This is the map of where these kids live that this happened. Ooh, look, a moose production. Hey man, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to go off topic today, because there's a lot of things that's been going on, and everybody's been shouting this way and shouting that way, and nobody's actually looked at the causes. Let me show you. This is the map of where these kids live that this happened. All right, let me move you over here. Do you see this little area? I think there's like maybe more than okay, so that's the area. Now this is Frisco ISD. Okay, here you have this University Drive up here. Okay, it's 380, and then you have the toll road down here, right? Well, this is your little area. This is the high school that one of them went to, and this is the high school the other one went to. Okay, this high school right here won the football championship for the area in 2024. Yeah, they won the. I did the research. I can't show it up. It's not showing a lot of stuff. They're being vague. They even took down the school's football schedule last year. The ISD actually took off the football schedule of last year. I wonder why. Okay, have you ever been to a track meet? Have you ever been to a track meet? You see, they're just north of Dallas, maybe by maybe a couple miles, because here's your Dallas northern estates right here. So you're looking probably far north Dallas right here. So you're looking at far north Dallas, right? So this is like Plano's right here. So this is Frisco. It's a suburb of Dallas, pretty much. People are probably commuting to Dallas all day, every day from here to go to work. Or they're going to Plano, or they're going down here to Dallas-Fort Worth. Most definitely. And if they're plumbers and stuff like that, they're real busy. Attorneys are real busy around this area because they're popping and dropping and all that other stuff. So now we got that straight, right? Now we got that straight, I can get off of this map. I'm going to share something with you. As a competitive person in high school, I'm talking about the competitiveness that I had to go through. Now, we went to Roosevelt, we went to Lincoln, we went to Benson, we went to all these schools. But then we went to Grant. And we went to Grant. That's when the fire started, boy. That's when the fire started. Because guess what? They were our arch rivals. And speaking of arch rivals, we fought them tooth and nail. And we were kind of competitive about it. We weren't, back in the day, we weren't ugly about the whole thing. We were actually pretty civil. Not like today. Now it did get like trying to go to, and it's not like competitive where you're gonna go steal the mascot or something like that. It's actually go to the school and do something crazy, but not crazy enough to you're leaving your mark, but you're not leaving your mark so you're getting in trouble and that time. Because back in the 80s, or the late 80s and 90s, we were doing rebel rouser. We were rebel rousers in high school. You can't tell me that we weren't. We did. We had fun doing it. But competitive, we were. I ran track. You might not think, though, being as fat as I am today, but I actually weighed 148 in high school. Actually, I bought between 148 and 136. How I know? Because I was on the wrestling team. Very competitive. I never did football, but I can say this. Centauri Roberts, Carlton Slater, Bobby Janice, they're all football players. But they were more into wrestling than football. Football kept them in condition, and I wasn't a wrestler. I wasn't a Greco-Roman. Not a Greco-Roman now. Get down to not college, but high school. College is a little more rough than the actual. Yeah. Bobby J had cauliflower ear, so did Carlton, so did what was his name? So did Damon, yes. He was the coach's son. But yeah, so they were all competitive. Now the coach of wrestling was actually the assistant coach in football. So, he had different hats. So that's what the school is about. The school, you go against different schools, you're competitive, but then you go to a school where there's the heat. And I'm reckoning this is what's happened, guys. Centennial High School already won football for 2024, and these boys were mad because they go to Memorial, I believe. So there's been an arch rival between Centennial and Memorial, and nobody's talking about it because it's all hush. Because nobody wants to talk about the sport. They want to talk about the stabbing. Well, we're not talking about the stabbing. We're talking about the competitiveness of these three boys, because there's three of them involved in the situation. I care to differ what the news says. I know better because I was there in that position. Not necessarily in that position that way, but in the competitive of the sport. It doesn't say anything about them running. It says that this was a 5-day event where all the schools and all the high schools in that area. This was city. This was the city track meet, yo. This was all city track meet. And they were competing. The city was competing to who's going to go towards their next destination. Because that's how it goes. It goes this one, then it goes that way, and then you're making your way towards state. So that's what's going on. They're making their way towards state. But how do they get to state? They have to compete at a local first. And then they go, and then I forgot how it goes. It's been a long time. So that's how it goes. So you can't tell me that these two schools have not played anything together at all, ever. Ever. This Boulder Dash. These three boys knew each other. And you can't tell me. They're trying to say that because they want to make you incite to pick a side. This is race baiting 101. The common attributes of race baiting is to focus on color. Remember the crayons I pointed out? Remember the crayons I was talking about? That's what that is. They want you to be tooth and nail. For some reason, they want to keep this country divided. I'm bullshit. I'm tired. I have to come in. I have to chime in on these two boys. Because both of their parents deserve to have their kids back in their house. They deserve it. And I'm going to tell you right now, stop with the color. Stop with the color stuff. Like I told you about the crayon. Watch that crayon. It'll get you. You'll understand what I'm talking about. Watch the crayon, because it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Watch that video I just showed you a few seconds ago. I want y'all to know this. As a competitive sports person, my granddaughter's in sports. My youngest daughter isn't, and my granddaughter isn't. They're wanting to, but my youngest granddaughter, she's in it to win it. So is my grandson. They're all in the sports. They're very competitive in the sports. My grandson doesn't go to bed until 11 o'clock at night sometimes. He's so competitive in sports. But that's the drive. Competition is what this is about. Something happened on that track and field before this. Before the tent. Damn the tent. Get the tent out of your head. These are competitive boys. They're boys. We don't know who is the father. And let me get this through you. We don't know which father it is, but one of these fathers inside of this. You have to give it that way. I'm not saying the stabbing. I'm saying the inside of the escalation. There you go, the escalation. And you know what I'm talking about. If you've been in the sports, you have that one person, that one diehard. Damn everybody else. My son, my son, my son. He's always in the coach's face about his son. So one of these two fathers, I can't tell you which one it is because I don't know. I don't know their upbringing. I don't know. But I can tell you this. These two schools have been going like this. They've been at war with each other. And you can't tell me they haven't been. You can't tell me. Not after this situation happening. I could tell you this. Two things. One of the fathers incited this to happen, and the schools have been going at it like that. You can't tell me anything different. You can't tell me. As a competitive sportsman, I love watching sports. I stopped watching it. The only time I watch football now is the Super Bowl. Because that's how bad I was with sports. I had to give it up. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was a 49er. Always will be. Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Never forget the two combination. Never forget them. Never forget those 5 rings. Never forget them. I want to tell you something. And then Joe goes somewhere else and get another ring. Make that make sense. Rice Man wasn't his pickup. Oh, come on now. I know. Oh, yeah, and the Chicago Bulls. Jordan Pimpin, Grant, and then you had, and then later on down the road you had the, the clown. I'm gonna call him the clown. You had Dennis Rodman come in. He wasn't there till later. The only thing good about him was his defensive game. He had a mean defensive game. He rebounded more balls than anybody else. But anyways, so let's get it. That's what I wanted to lay out to you. That's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm not talking about anything else. Because both dads, both families lost. It doesn't matter about any situation you think about. Think about it if you're a dad and you lose your son and you have to either A, bury him or watch him go to prison for the rest of his life because of a decision that was made because one of you incited it. This was incited by one of the parents. I can't tell you which dad it was because I don't know. But I can tell you one of the dads did this. Not the knife stabbing, but it was escalated by a dad. You could tell that. He was a in your coach's face sports dad. If you know, you know. Anyways, that's the name of the topic of this video. In your face sports dad. I'm out. Oh man, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and leave a comment below. Go ahead and share this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and ring that trusty bell for more notifications from videos like this and countless others. Smash that like button and check out one of these videos right down here. And deuces, baby.